Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I'm Conostip and this is going to be part 54 of my early campaign where I'm playing as England. And welcome to what is going to be the victory lap for this campaign here. I only have 20 turns left and I don't anticipate really being proactive at all during those 20 turns. As I have talked about in the previous episode, I think this campaign has gone on long enough. And I have my armies stacked up in my border provinces just to kind of make sure that my frontiers are safe. I'm going to bring another stack over to, let's say Palestine, just to make sure. I do have a peace treaty. Well, not an alliance, but a ceasefire with the Danes, which is nice. Now that I'm going to be trading with their ports, I'm going to be getting that wool monopoly point as well, which is going to be nice. And I'm well ahead in points of the Italians, the Danes, the Byzantines. Yeah, no one's going to be able to catch me. The Byzantines are making that much. Danes are making a lot of points, for sure. Italians, man, it's such a shame. They've had a pretty good position the entire campaign. They've been very, very active, fighting a lot, and their points just are not adding up. Now, there is a war between the Italians and the Danes, so that's exciting. And the Danes, I think, are also at war with the Aragonese, which have re-emerged here in Iberia. Let me just check that real quick. And yes, they are at war. So I can sit back and watch the war. I can continue to hunt Byzantine boats, which I do intend to do just because down with the Byzantine boats. So let's try to catch these guys. Actually, let's split these guys up. Give myself the best chance of catching them. And then attacking with the Carracks as well. And yeah, we're just going to be hanging out. I don't anticipate fighting any battles. The Byzantines, they might attack. They really might. I would probably just auto-resolve because I do plan on this being my last episode. So I just don't see any reason to prolong this, you know? This is kind of one of those moments where I'm thinking it would be kind of nice to live stream, you know? Because then we could just be hanging out. All of us together, just hanging out, just chatting, because yeah, there's not going to be much for me to do here, and if you're still watching, you're just here to hang out too. You know, crack open a bottle of champagne. I don't have champagne with me. I'm just drinking some mango ginger tea that I have chilled in the refrigerator for a little bit, but it's still quite hot, which isn't ideal because I'm just sweating massively over here. It's very hot where I am, very humid. And hot tea is an interesting choice. So I did sink that 2-star Dromon, which feels good. And yes, I have 20 turns left before the end of this campaign. Huzzah! And that galley that was sunk was the Italian boat. And Prince William has come of age as well. That's going to be... We have quite a few... They're not all sons. I think that a few of them are brothers, but then Prince William is for sure a son. So a long voyage south. It's just kind of funny to be getting events at this point of the campaign. So thanks to royal patronage and encouragement, the Portuguese Gil Eanes has voyaged far south across the Atlantic Ocean and along the coast of Africa. His success in traveling so far brings glory to the royal house and opens up new opportunities for welcome trade. There are new trading goods available in Portugal. So yes, if I owned Portugal, I would be making some pretty good trade income now, but yeah, that's not the case. And I guess I was trying to get someone married. Maybe I could do that, but again, I don't think it matters. So Prince William, irritable. It's going to be +1 dread, and then natural leader, of course, is always solid. And he's a 3-star general as well. How's your loyalty, bud? Yeah, not bad, you know? Yeah, only 5 influence, but that seems to be enough to be getting some decent stats on my heirs. And the reason why I'm not going to be too worried about getting my heirs married at this point is because Prince Edward, who is this one, no, this one, nope, this one, yeah, he's married, so I think we're fine. Yeah, Edward's married, Prince Henry's married, who's one of the uncles or the brother of the king, so I think that we are fine. Well, we didn't have to wait long for the Aragonese. They're actually going to offer to marry their princess off to Prince Richard. And since they're the ones making the offer here, I'm pretty sure that means that we're going to be allied to them, and they are at war with the Danes. Now, I don't have an alliance with the Danes, so it doesn't necessarily, you know, cause an issue there, but, yeah, I don't really want to cause any friction between myself and the Danes either, because having their ports open is important for that wool monopoly goal. And I don't know how much if any, I mean, I can deny this, and then I can be the one that asks them for that marriage, and then I'll just have the wife without the alliance. Yeah, how about I do that instead? Yeah, that way I just stay on the Danes' good side. In fact, do I even want to really play it and just get an alliance with the Danes? I don't think I do, just because of their war against the Italians, because I also, you know, I'm bordering a lot of Italian territory as well. So how about we just do that? How about we just, yeah, I wasn't gonna be very proactive in the whole marriage game, but it would be nice, you know, just in case, you know. So where is she? I think there's someone. So how do we get her? Let's do that. Let's do that. And then you and yeah, that should do the trick. And unfortunately, I don't think that King Edmund IV is going to be the one who oversees the end of this campaign, unless he lives to be the age of 75, which is possible. I think that is possible in this game. But if not him, it's more likely going to be Prince Edward, who will be King Edward, of course, by then. There we go. That's all we wanted. All we wanted was a wife for Prince Richard. And yes, we're not going to... Oh, what's this? Okay, so yes, right. Because, right, when they do propose the marriage, as you can see, it does involve an actual alliance. So in this case, we're going to say no, because we don't want to anger the Germans or the papacy. Mostly the papacy don't really care about the Germans, because they've just been so weak for so long. Prince John, it would be nice to get a wife for him again. So again, I can decline and then just ask the Italians. So where is the Italian princess? Found one over here, so let's just find my nearest guy. Let's see here. You did a good job wherever. Gosh, this is why I'm going to be skipping this part of the campaign from here on out, because it actually does take a bit of work. Oh, come on, Byzantines. Come on. Yeah, I'm not fighting those battles. Not doing it. And God, do I have to just start like training troops again? You know, again, not to fight, but just to like, you know, take back and auto-resolve my territory. And I don't have to. Like, the Levant isn't part of my victory conditions, but it's been mined for so long that it just feels like kind of a lame way to end the campaign by giving it up, you know? And speaking of giving it up, the Danes are losing Denmark to the Italians. How about that? How about that? It's hard to really determine. So I've been speeding through these turns, and it's difficult to determine if there's so far like a winner in the Great War between the Italians and the Danes. Like, even looking at the map, it's hard to say, you know? The Danes look like they have a bigger empire, but a lot of these territories up here are just big territories, so yeah, it's hard to say. Anyway, so the Byzantines are going to be retreating here from Edessa, and they're retreating from Antioch, and they're going to be doing this fight here in Tripoli, which apparently, shoot, I had a stack that I was going to bring over to Tripoli, and then I forgot. I moved it from Anjou to Brittany, and then I forgot to make the trip to Tripoli. So here we are, and yeah, they outnumber me by a couple hundred. I have a better general, so we'll see if that does anything, but again, just auto-resolve. And hey, I won. How about that? So enemy killed 570, and I lost 167, so I'll take it. Okay, so the Italians plan on attacking the Germans. And then before I forget, so let's see, catching Italian assassins, catching Italian spies, and hey, we got ourselves an Italian wife for Prince Richard. How about that? There we go. So yeah, this is the army that I meant to bring on over. So luckily we were able to hang on to Tripoli without them, but here we go. Now that they're there, yeah, again, I just to like cut down on the shenanigans. Let's just get some stuff. Just to make sure that the Byzantines just have no avenue here. Let's do that. And then, oh, am I still building boats here? All right, cancel that. Let's just get Longbowman. And yeah, all right, take that, Byzantines. Yeah, too bad for, yeah, my king. My king died. He didn't make it. Gosh, did he even make it past 60? Yeah, he must have been past 60, but yeah. It's gonna be Edward now? Yes, Edward, I believe. Sir Henry Bolingbroke, famously brave, eh? Alright. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Was that +3, +1 morale, and +1 valor? Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. So I've been reading a book about the 100 Years' War, which is it's a setting that I'm really unfamiliar with. It's something in the book that I'm reading, it's not doing the best job of explaining who the characters are. It's just kind of like really glossing over the, it's just giving an overview basically of the 100 Years' War and the War of the Roses, which I feel like you should have focused on like one of those things and not both of them, I think. But in any case, it's just kind of giving me like an overview, as I was saying, of you know, the long conflict. And I'm looking forward to kind of diving back in with probably a better source, a better book, or just more books, and to, you know, kind of really dig in and really learn about who these people are. And yeah, because I know I'm recognizing certain names are popping up. You know, the English generals. I'm sure that I have a Talbot here somewhere, but Talbot's popping up a lot. And I don't know. I'm sure, did I have a Bedford somewhere? And yeah, there's a few of them. Okay, so here's King Edward III. So 4 influence, not super duper great, but hey, at least it's not 3. Let's bring him here to Brittany. Just feels a bit safer to have him here in Brittany, so he doesn't get super, like, you know, cut off. I have like no troops on the island. So if somehow someone was to be able to sneak onto the island, I would be screwed. Also, let's keep them with the other heirs here, just to make sure, again, they have super good loyalty, but let's just kind of have them hang out with them. Except for you, Sir Henry Plantagenet, sir. What's the matter with you? Yeah, so you're going to hang out with them, just to keep them in line. Well, that's going to be it for the Holy Roman Emperor. Man, they lasted a long time. I don't think that there was ever a reemergence. I think that was the original Holy Roman Emperor who has lasted this entire time. And yeah, he has no heirs, which is something I'm a bit... So like with the Holy Roman Emperor, and since they don't go by, you know, primogeniture or anything like that, and they just, you know, elect the new emperor, so when I'm playing as them, so that just means that there's no fear of like my family line ever getting wiped out. Is that how that works? Or is it different when the human is playing as them? That's something that I'm curious about, because when you're going against them, you just have to like take them out to the last province, right? Like that's how that works. I actually don't know. Yeah, I could look it up on my own, but if you know the answer, please let me know. Here he is. Speak of the devil, Sir John Talbot. Yeah, you're the guy that I've been reading about. Skilled, risky attacks. That makes sense. Yeah, that kind of fits what the theme that I've been, you know, getting from his historical counterpart, his actual person. Yeah, that's I don't know anything about the perversion. I think that might be something the game came up with, but famously brave, that makes sense as well. +1 valor and +1 morale? Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. He's one of those guys I'd like to learn more about for sure. Well, look who it is here. So the Polish have reappeared and they're in Venice. Okay. I wonder, yeah, it's just the one province. Interesting. Gosh, the Poles had held so much. It's kind of funny to see that they are only reappearing here in Venice. That is it. Gosh, are they going to have... So there's 10 turns left in the campaign. Are they going to have any impact at all? Huh, yeah, that's interesting. And yeah, the Aragonese are really looking to get that alliance here. They were, I think they were just attacked by the Danes, maybe? Maybe not. I'm just going to... Nope. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. With 10 turns left, we are just gonna, you know, hang tight, make that money, get that 2 points off that wool monopoly, you know, just get that going. And yeah, the Poles, yeah, welcome back. How are they looking? Mounted crossbows, so Chivalric sergeants archers, handgunners. It looks like, okay, there's Danes here and there's Italians here. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Okay. Trebuchets, mounted crossbows, handguns, mounted sergeants, bombard, archers, feudal sergeants, feudal men-at-arms, king, shitty king, 2 influence. Well, that's a fair bit of feudal knights. Yeah, that's not bad. Archers, feudal men-at-arms, and then chivalric men-at-arms, chivalric sergeants, mounted crossbows. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. So the question is, I suppose that's going to mean, so they're automatically at war with the Danes. They're not automatically at war with the Italians, but they're going to be because the Italians are already besieged by the Danes. That's a really complicated situation, but yeah, so does that just mean the Poles will just automatically be at war with the Danes and the Italians from the get-go? That's kind of what it looks like. I can never remember if this campaign ends on the year, like right on the year 1453, or if I have to end the turn of 1453. This might be the last end turn. It might be. So I just wanted to check in with y'all so that y'all can see the map and check in on the war between the Danes and the Italians. The Danes, I would say by now, seem to be gaining the upper hand. The Poles have just kind of... Actually, wait, there's a Danish garrison? No, those are Poles. Okay. The Poles have just been stuck here in Venice, but the Danes do seem to be pushing the Italians back. Now, with that said, the Italians seem to have cleaned up the Danish navies. There are some Danish boats left in the water, but I think that it's mainly Italian controlled, other than my own boats, of course. So that's kind of giving the Italians a bit of a like a survival edge. You know, they're able to move around a bit more and restrict any Danish trading and movement as well in that regard. So yeah, there we have it. That's going to be the campaign. I mean, I'm going to be pressing end turn. And yeah, the Byzantines, after that last attack, and really, they haven't built a single boat since I destroyed that Dromon in the first turn of this episode. So this has been a very, very peaceful end of the reign for King Edward III. In fact, I don't think there's been any conflict, actual conflict, during his reign between England and any other faction. The Byzantines will just remain enemies forever, I suppose, but as long as everyone's content to let them live, they're going to be hanging out here to a shattered husk of their original selves. But unlike in real life, at least they will be able to, you know, carry on a little bit, for a little bit at least. And yeah, that's going to be it. So let's go ahead and drop a save and just end it. And actually, I just wanted to check in. So you're 42. And he does have a son. Prince Alfred is 11, so in 5 turns he would be coming of age, so the line of England is secured. So let's end this, and let's just remind myself again, this is the end, or if I have to do one more turn. You would think that I would know by now, but it's always these little details that just kind of escape me. And that goes for Shogun, that goes for Rome, that goes for this game. It's weird. I can remember so much, but there's certain things, certain little details that just do escape me. So let's see. The king of the Danes has died, but his heir has taken over. And that's it for Homelands. So we got our 13 points from that. And in fact, also... So this is a weird, so the wool monopoly goal did go away, and I thought that got counted in the year 1453. I don't know if it got counted earlier. In fact, I don't know if Plantagenet claims got counted either, because wasn't I at like 235 before? Yeah, it's a little bit interesting. Counted in 1453. Well, in any case, we are well ahead. So, yeah, I think we're going to be just fine. So, I'm just going to do this one more time. And then call it a campaign. Yeah. I'm excited for the next campaign. I've had that thumbnail for my France campaign. I made that back in like March or February or something like that. It's been a long time. And I actually get pretty excited about my thumbnails. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm pretty excited about how awesome they are. And my friend's one's like, it's decent, it's solid. but you know, it's always kind of fun to put them out there. And there we go, victory. So the year is 1453, and the time has come to assess the glory of your realm. Your glorious achievements outstrip those of all your rivals. Victory is yours.
From this sceptred isle set in a silvered sea came a lion-hearted race of kings that would change the world forever. From their island fastness, their ships dominated the seas, bringing trade and wealth and allowing them to strike their enemies at will. Their power spread first across the old world and then across the new, creating an empire whose pomp and majesty surpass anything that had gone before. Creating an empire upon which the sun never sets.
And that's gonna do it. I think I have to press, I get the credits, don't I? Yes, I do. Here we go. So yes, that's gonna do it. All right. So at this point, I just want to thank all of you for making it this far, especially this last episode. I know we were just kind of hanging out, but you know, if you wanted to hang out and here you are, thank you. Thank you for being here. Your company makes this channel worth doing, and it you know, that support really does matter to me, and it really helps me out a lot. And yeah, I appreciate y'all being here. It's been fun talking about this game and our combined love for this game, our passion for it. It's always exciting to hear your thoughts on it, your favorite factions, your favorite ideas on how to play and all that stuff. It's it goes a long way. So thank you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all for the next campaign. Conasep signing off.